Here are two prices from the same published table on the same day for the same courier. £3.04 to send a 1 kilogram parcel to someone's front door, and £3.29 to send a 1 kilogram parcel to someone's front door. The same weight, same service, same drop-off. The only thing that changes is whether the box fits inside 45 by 35 by 16 centimetres. You are not being charged to move the object, you are being charged to move the space around it. And it gets steeper. Go up one weight band to 2 kilograms, and the same two boxes cost £3.52 and £4.79. £1.27 of difference, 36.1% more for air. That £1.27 turns out to explain a surprising amount about which second-hand items are worth selling at all, but not in the way you would expect. We have spent 2 episodes on the cost of selling second-hand. Episode 2 took apart the platform fees. Episode 8 found the flat component buried inside them, and showed how badly it treats cheap things. Every one of those costs has the same shape, a percentage of what an item sells for plus a fixed bit. Postage is not like that. Postage is the only cost in the whole chain that is priced by the object itself. The carrier has never seen the listing, it doesn't know whether the box contains a school jumper or a wedding ring. It weighs the thing, measures the thing, and charges accordingly. So we went and measured it. On one side, a courier's entire published domestic price ladder. On the other, 80,154 researched UK second-hand prices, 16,033 item configurations across 5 condition bands, covering 838 brands and 103 categories. And here is the collision in one line. The median good condition item in the dataset is worth £18.50. Put it in a 2 kilogram box that misses the small dimensions, and the postage alone is £4.79, 25.9% of the item. Get it in the box that is right, and it is 16.4. Let us give that ratio a name because we're going to use it a lot. The carriage rate, the published price of a parcel divided by what the thing inside is worth. A carriage rate of 5% is a rounding error. A carriage rate of 80% is a different kind of object entirely. One important caveat before any of the numbers: our dataset holds prices, it does not hold weights, and it does not hold dimensions. So we assign each category to a published parcel band by judgment. A t-shirt to a small 1 kilogram band, a pair of jeans to the standard 2 kilogram band, a coat 2 to 5 kilograms, and a bike 10 to 15. Start at the good end. The best carriage rates in the entire dataset belong to small, expensive things. Watches 1.5%, phones 1.8%, handbags 1.9%. For these, postage is essentially free, a footnote on the invoice. Now the other end, and the other end is worse than we expected when we started. The median good condition item in baby's clothing, 1 to 2 years, is worth £3. The cheapest parcel that courier will take to the front door is £3.04. The carriage rate is 101.3%. The postage costs more than the clothes. It is not a freak result at the very bottom either. Boys' clothes overall, £4, a 76% carriage rate. Baby and unisex, £4.38, 69.4%. Girls' clothing, £4.50, 67.6%. The most obviously reusable objects in the world, and moving one costs around 2/3 of what it is worth. And it is not children's clothes falling apart faster than everything else. Measured item by item, baby's clothing keeps 44.3% of its value at good condition against 47.5% for the dataset as a whole. Near enough normal. The problem is what happens to the clothes, the problem is where they start. At this point, there is an obvious explanation sitting in front of us, and it is worth taking seriously, because almost everybody reaches for it. Bulk. Big things are expensive to post. Resale must punish the big, awkward, heavy stuff. Let us test that properly. The bulkiest, heaviest category we hold is cycling. Frames, wheels, kit. We put it in the 10 to 15 kilogram band, the most expensive parcel on the published table at £10.28. Cycling is also the most valuable category in the dataset at a £300 median. Its carriage rate is 3.4%. Try it again on clothing. Coats are the bulkiest garments there are, the thing that will not fit in any small box ever. Women's coats £33.75 on a 2 to 5 kilogram parcel at £6.59. 19.5%. Men's coats 20.3%. Both are perfectly healthy. And now the pair that settles it. Women's jeans. Smaller than a coat, lighter than a coat, easier to post than a coat, and worth £10.75 against the coat's £33.75. Their carriage rate is 44.6%, 2.28 times worse than the bulky thing. Here is why bulk keeps losing. Across that courier's entire published domestic ladder, from a 1 kilogram small parcel at £3.04 up to 15 kilograms at £10.28, the price rises 3.38 times, 15 times the weight and 3 and a bit times the price. Now put the other side next to it. Category median prices in the dataset run from £3 for baby's clothing to £300 for cycling. That is 100 times. Postage varies 3.38 times. Price varies 100. The denominator is doing roughly 30 times more work than the numerator. Which means the parcel volume was never a bulk problem. It is a density problem, value per parcel. And on that measure, a bicycle is a dense object and a baby grow is not, which is very nearly the opposite of what your arms would tell you. The published table says the same thing in its own way, doubling a parcel's weight from the 2 to 5 kilogram band to the 5 to 10 kilogram costs 9p. Keeping the same 2 kilogram and using a bigger box costs £1.27, 14 times as much for shape as for weight. So how much of the second-hand market is actually exposed to this? Of all 80,154 price points we hold, 18.7% are worth less than £4.79, less than one wrongly shaped parcel. 11.5% are worth less than the cheapest parcel of any shape, and a quarter of the market, 25.9%, is worth less than a 2 to 5 kilogram box. And the figure we keep coming back to, 2.6% of every price in the dataset is below £1.27. 2,046 price points where the whole item is worth less than the surcharge for using the wrong size box. There is a route round some of this, and it is worth saying clearly. Send parcel shop to parcel shop instead of to the front door, and the price is a flat £2.62 for everything up to 5 kilograms. Postable, 1 kilogram, 2 kilogram, 5, all the same price. On that route, bulk genuinely is free. It just requires the buyer to go and collect. Now, the honest limits. Those parcel bands are our judgment, not measurement. A thick winter coat and a summer jacket are not the same parcel, and we put them in as if they were the same one. The children's categories carry only 39 to 47 item configurations each, so treat them as indicative. The load-bearing comparisons here rest on jeans, coats and handbags with hundreds each. The postage figures are the cheapest published online-only rates, and the carrier notes and location surcharge that can sometimes add £2.75 in some postcodes. Royal Mail's published second-class price starts higher still. Every one of those pushes the same way. The real carriage rates are worse than the ones we have shown you. And the limit that matters most. We hold prices, not sales. Nothing here tells you that a £3 baby grow does not sell or sells slowly or never gets listed. People give things away, bundle them, hand them over at the school gate, and none of that is in our data. All we can tell you is what the arithmetic says, that resale has a floor made of cardboard, and that floor is set by the size of the object rather than the price of it. Which is why the market for second-hand things quietly sorts itself by density, and why so much of what is genuinely worth reusing sits underneath the line.